welcome everyone to the 2023 Outstanding Volunteer of the Year Awards Dinner. I just had to go over to our little old signs to count how many years this event has been going on, and we are on year 63 right now. The event used to be an event of the Baldwinsville Chamber of Commerce. It was known as the Man and Woman of the Year. The Volunteer Center took it over in the, I think right around the turn of the century, somewhere in there, because it was both the Volunteer Center and the Chamber of Commerce agreed that it was more appropriate for the Volunteer Center to be giving out awards for volunteers in the community. So we're happy to be doing it for the last 23 years or so. This year we have 4 amazing volunteers that we're going to be recognizing a little bit from now. But what I wanted to do first is to take a minute to recognize all of the men and women who are in the room who are past winners of this award. I'm going to call them out individually, and then at the end, I'm going to ask them all to stand and be recognized together. So, starting from the old guy, and I'm going to call him that because he's my father. He was the 1973 Man of the Year, Frank O'Donnell. And we have the 1991 Man of the Year, Dave Horan, with us. And the 1993 Man of the Year, Phil Sterling. The 1994 Woman of the Year, Marilyn Jenkins. The 2003 Man of the Year, Mark Baker. 2004 Man of the Year, Jack Baker. The 2005 Woman of the Year, Donna O'Donnell. The 2011 Woman of the Year, Sarah Baker. The 2013 Man of the Year, Chris Arnold. From 2015, we both have both the Man and the Woman of the Year, Sandy Baker and Jim Hansinger. From 2016, Doris Hildebrandt. From 2020, Janet Therian. And last year's honorees, the 2022 Man and Woman of the Year, or Volunteers of the Year, I should say, because we did change the name. Sorry. Sally Dager and Bill Mercer. So all of those past winners could stand to be recognized for a minute. Not a minute. 15 seconds. And with that, I'm going to get on to the business at hand of honoring this year's honorees. I'm inviting Sandy Baker to come up. Your program says Lori and Kevin Bernstein, but Sandy will explain why she's here in their stead.
I'm not Kevin, I'm not Lori. So when you think of Volunteer of the Year, you probably think of someone who is really involved in the community, someone who does a lot, someone who has a great reputation, who is well-liked and well-respected, someone who has really made a difference, someone who has perhaps raised a lot of money, someone who helped those less fortunate, maybe someone who is from Baldwinsville. Well, tonight we are honoring someone who is all that and more. Cindy Dow Green moved here in 1st grade with her mom, dad, and 4 siblings. She graduated from Baker High School and went on to Clarkson University, where she, of course, excelled. She has received several prestigious alumni awards and continues to be a big Clarkson advocate. Of course, she also loves SU, and she cheers them on regularly. Go SU. Her love of Clarkson was only shadowed by meeting the love of her life, her future husband, Mark, also a chemical engineer. And I know that Mark and her two children, Beth and Brian, and their spouses, Tim and Jen, and her whole family are so proud of her. So let me share a little bit more. She received her master's from the University of Connecticut. Her science, pharmaceutical, and business career included leadership roles at Bristol Myers Squibb, SUNY Upstate Medical University, and Quadrant. Her work has ranged from operations to studies in oncology and immunology, autism, Parkinson's disease, traumatic brain injuries, and anorexia therapies. Her LinkedIn page says she is a respected leader that effectively organizes, plans, implements strategies while motivating others. All the same qualities that she has put into her volunteerism here in Baldwinsville. Cindy has a long list of volunteer connections outside our area. The SUNY Upstate Leadership Academy, the Samaritan Center Diaper Bank, the Old Forge View Art Organization, Syracuse Technology Garden, and Francis House. She was also featured in the Syracuse Women magazine. But we are truly in awe of all that she has done right here. There were so many letters of support of her nomination that I'm going to share a few excerpts so you can all hear why this was such an obvious choice. So let's start with a quick look at all that Cindy has been part of here in Baldwinsville. She's a member of the Baker class of '74. So for almost 50 years, this class has had regular reunions, and Cindy has helped with every one of them. She helps bring back so many classmates, and some are here, that help share all the wonderful things going on right here in Baldwinsville, as well as raise money for a scholarship. Mark Baker, classmate and friend of Cindy's since 7th grade, and also a fellow reunion organizer, said, "One of Cindy's best skills is keeping people focused and on task, and therefore getting things done. It's always a pleasure having her on the team." Ironically, in 1974, it was also the first year that the Baldwinsville Community Scholarship Foundation started. What a great full circle, since she's now president of that same organization, right? She has been a longtime member and supporter of the Scholarship Foundation that raises money and manages and administers an endowment of over $1 million. That's right, $1 million. This organization gives out over $100,000 each year. Isn't that impressive, right here in Baldwinsville? Chris Denton, principal of Baker High School, member of the scholarship board, and ironically, born in 1974. In his letter, he said, "I have witnessed Cindy make difficult decisions, successfully lead the organization through a new student application process, facilitate the creation of a new website, manage the foundation's large endowment, comfort families during loss as they consider a gift, and consistently keep students and their needs at the center of everything." Now, we're going to move on. Something near and dear to my heart, the beautiful family YMCA on River Road. It only took, what, a quick 15 years to get that built. And maybe a few of you remember that there were detours along the way. Just a few. Cindy's dedication, persistence, perseverance, and passion all paid off. As a YMCA board member, she chaired the capital campaign where we raised $20 million to get it built. But it was more than that. She was all in. She was all hands on deck. The original site was at the Lyceum Hockey Arena. She was there with a broom, pushing and sweeping. She was there washing windows, getting everything ready for our first open house kind of event. Cindy and I actually had the privilege of testing the lazy river at the new YMCA, and I think Lisa Packmeyer has a video of it, but we had to test it going against the grain to see if it would work, and it was hard. Please don't share the video. She was also the first one through the door on June 8th, 2015. When the doors opened, and that was really such a happy day. So, Lisa Packmeyer Plumley, she was the former YMCA executive director at the time. In her letter, she said, "This beautiful, vibrant facility serves people of all ages, abilities, and backgrounds. All are welcome at the YMCA, and that is a direct result of Cindy's dedication. The Y will serve so many generations of children, teens, families, and our seniors for years to come." And Ann Hawks, the CFO, said she rolled up her sleeves and stepped into the leadership role to bring the volunteers together and campaign and bring that campaign to the finish line. She was not just a figurehead. She was actively working with the staff, volunteers, donors, community partners, and made this dream a reality for our community. All right? Cindy is a member of the Baldwinsville Christmas Bureau and the chairperson of the Thanksgiving Dinner Basket program. She coordinates the donors, she arranges for the food, and she's there for setup, for drop-off, for pickup of the baskets. And last year, 80 Baldwinsville families received a complete Thanksgiving dinner due to Cindy's hard work and organizational skills. And then right after that, she jumps right into Christmas Bureau. She comes in regularly and helps organize the donations and helps pack for the over 100 families that are provided for right here in our community. As the toy coordinator, I can personally say that she is fantastic at counting and organizing the thousands of toys and gifts that we get in. So Lori Bernstein, who is the Christmas Bureau coordinator, and Kevin Bernstein, who served on the YMCA board and now serves with Cindy on the Scholarship Foundation, spearheaded this nomination. Aren't we glad they did? Cindy, they wanted so much to be here to present this to you and asked if I would share this message with you. Cindy, Kevin and I are so sorry that we could not be here tonight to celebrate and honor you. But when family asked for you to come and help with grandchildren, we could not say no. And I know you and Mark can certainly understand that, considering you have 9 grandchildren. So, they continue to say, when we decided to nominate you for this award, we could not think of anyone more deserving of this honor than you. You have given so much to our Baldwinsville and the greater Syracuse community. Your efforts to children and families to help better their lives, put smiles on their faces, and happiness in their hearts. Cindy, we are so happy that you were chosen to receive this award. Kevin and I are honored to call you a friend. Congratulations. So it is with such pride and joy that I introduce the 2024 Outstanding Volunteer of the Year, Cindy Dow Green.
It means I'm supposed to talk. I am so honored to be amongst so many wonderful people. For those past volunteers of the year, you have made this community great. For those of you who support the volunteers, this doesn't happen because of one person, right? All these organizations happen because of many people who get together and make things happen. And we are so lucky to live in this great community where this happens. My Y friends will know that I told this story when I had to go in front of the board of the Y and the board of trustees and justify why they should invest in building the Northwest Family YMCA. And I said, one of the things I said was, Baldwinsville is a unique community We have the Scholarship Foundation. I wasn't part of it then. We have the Theater Guild. We have the Volunteer Center. I don't think there's other communities in Central New York that have those organizations, plus so many more. How wonderful we are and how blessed we are to be here in Baldwinsville, to support the families in Baldwinsville. I have to say, I do love it when I'm out in the community and I'll hear people talking about the Y and how great it is. And I think, they don't know who I am. But a group of people got together and worked for 15 years plus to make that Y happen. And what a great thing. And the Scholarship Foundation has become my latest near and dear effort. And you know what? The families in our community are so grateful to have an organization where their loved one's name can be said every year because there's a memorial scholarship in their name. And that is truly, again, not because of me, but because of a great organization and great volunteers that make this wonderful thing happen. So I thank you all for being here tonight. I am, again, truly honored to be amongst such a great list of great volunteers. And for those people that aren't on the list, who work really hard to make this community so great. Thank you.
So next I'm going to invite up Barb Presley and Rainey Phillips to give our presentation for our next 3 honorees. And they'll tell you why. I keep leaving mysteries. Hold it up and talk.
Rainey and I were talking one day and realized that when we think of volunteers in our community, either individual, as a group, or
He
as an
did
organization,
all the flags. He did.
or as an organization, most often Jack, Ron, and Bert came to mind. To us, it appears that they support and complement each other in their support of the Lions Club activities and the other community activities to which they contribute their time and talents. We chose to write a letter of nomination for them as an incredible team to be honored by the Baldwinsville Volunteer Center as Volunteers of the Year for 2023.
So I am going to tell you some of the things that they do. Most of these things I probably have been involved in, or my grandchildren or somebody has been, but this isn't everything. This is kind of what Barb and I put together. So as we acknowledge, observe, and assess volunteerism in the Baldwinsville community, we were struck by the involvement and dedication of 3 men to the Baldwinsville Lions Club. For 46 plus years, 43 plus years, and 40 plus years, Bert, me, Ron Schmidt, and John Jack Osinski have been the face and strength of the Lions Club. In researching the Lions Club to submit our nomination for Volunteer of the Year 2023, we learned that the local Lions Club was founded in 1948 following Lions International motto, to be the global leader in community and humanitarian service. These 3 men, working together, supporting each other and the ideals of the Lions Club, have promoted community involvement, always with humanitarian service as the goal. So not in chronological order or order of importance, we've compiled this list of events and service projects. Number 1, a diabetes camp at Community Park. Teaching and showing kids how to live with diabetes coordinated all activities, educational resources, appropriate staff, nurses, educators, etc., provided the venue and resources needed to conduct this camp, acquiring grants and fundraising to promote necessary funding. There's a new swing at Community Park for children who use a wheelchair. In conjunction with the Village of Baldwinsville new playground build, they coordinated and funded the equipment that allows playground access to children of all abilities. WCNY travel auction, they volunteered time to support the WCNY public broadcasting. A new bicycle giveaway that started last year. Collected used bicycles and worked to make them viable, distributed in May of 2023, now an annual event. The fishing derby, that was really fun. Annual event open to all children in the greater Baldwinsville area. Provide bait and competition rules and prizes to participants, a family event. Furniture making for Second Chance Rescue fundraiser, giving abandoned animals a second chance. The Halloween window painting, coordinate activities for the annual window painting event, distribute paint and assign windows and tools to participating school children. The Eyeglass program, in conjunction with the Baldwinsville Volunteer Center, provide children in need in the Baldwinsville School District with eye examinations and eyeglasses. Hearing aid program, locally collect used hearing aids and donate to the Finger Lakes Hearing Foundation. Caretakers for the Lions Community House at Community Park, coordinate all maintenance, fundraising as needed, coordinate rentals, support other Baldwinsville area organizations, coordinate brainstorming meetings of all local organizations working together to assure success. Longevity and effectiveness, generally donating to programs and fundraisers of local organizations. For instance, the Baldwinsville Volunteers Help Project, Casino Night, and the Chi Master chapter of Beta Sigma Phi. With 40 plus years each of service to the Lions Club and to the greater Baldwinsville community, we recognize that these three men complement each other with their different skills, their energy, and their dedication. We believe that they should collectively be named Baldwinsville Volunteer Center's Volunteer of the Year for 2023. We respectfully submit our nomination of Bert Mead, Rod Schmidt, and Chad Wilson. The three men to please come on up.
I feel so underdressed.
Anybody want to say anything? I'm not forcing it.
Just in case you didn't do the math, between the three of us, we do have 119 years of service. Yeah, we are, because we want to get to the next years also. Bert and I came to this community from separate places. Jack's been here for, I'm not sure if your whole life would be here.
Oh, no. Oh, how long have we been married? 47 years.
All right. Well, the Lions motto is we serve, and that's what we do. We usually serve quietly in the background, working with the Volunteer Center. Some of the things that they talked about are very anonymous to the people who get the services, and that's what we really like to do. That we've been recognized, or that I've been recognized, that we've been recognized for what we do. It's really heartwarming because we're not in it for recognition. We enjoy working together. We do complement each other in some of our solutions to problems, but we always manage to get the job done. We work in the background, helping others, and we want to keep doing that. And we just appreciate, I appreciate being recognized by our community for the work we've done.
I personally am humbled and honored. I never, ever would have considered myself to be eligible to standing up here at this podium today. So for that, I thank the Volunteer Center. I thank anybody that supported the nomination. And I've been doing it for 40 years, and I intend to do it for, well, at least another, I don't know, not 40. One of the important things I feel is that the three of us and the other members of the Lions Club, we try to set a good example, and we try to set that example for the younger generation. We try to teach the younger generation the importance of volunteerism, the importance of lending your support and your hands to your community. I know it's worked in my case. My son is a staunch volunteer through dog rescue, through the fire department, as well as many other things. My daughter, she works very hard in her community along the lines of music. And we feel we have had some effect on some younger people in developing volunteerism. But most importantly, we enjoy what we do. We feel what we do is important. And we truly feel that without volunteerism, the community just wouldn't be the same. It is so important. So, Bert, it's up to you.
I have one very short thing to say. I look on Jack as the general, and I'm an adjutant. I do what I can.
Did you say you're too?
But you know, it's a team effort, really, and we all have our own ideas, but somehow together we come together and get things done. Thank you.
All of you as well, but I know you have a full table, so if you want to leave them here for dinner, we don't want to mess up your table. I'm going to make Barb Presley come back to the podium. She's going to give you some updates about the Baldwinsville Volunteer Center and what we've been doing lately.
Megan knows how very much I enjoy this. So I just want to say welcome and of course thank you for joining us tonight to celebrate and to honor the people who were named as our Volunteers of the Year. Volunteerism, of course, for the Baldwinsville Volunteer Center and for this community is so important. This event reminds me of the importance of community and involvement and quiet generosity. I think all of the people who received the award today are very great examples of that kind of quiet giving and quiet generosity of themselves. Our Baldwinsville Volunteer Center is honored to acknowledge all of that in this year's Volunteers of the Year Awards. Quickly, because we're all hungry, I'd like to introduce our board members who are able to join us tonight. Diane Scapora is our secretary. Wendy Dryden is our treasurer. Megan O'Donnell and Lori Bernstein, who can't be here tonight, coordinate this event. Mike Shepard is here, Renee Phillips, and Janet Larian, who is a past Volunteer of the Year award winner. We made a bit of a change this year, kind of in name only, because we know that she controls everything. But we named Carmi Evans to the position of BBC Director. As I'm sure you've seen or can tell, she is the glue of our organization. We rely on her and are never disappointed. When you reach out to the BBC, it is most likely her that you identify as the holder of all answers. So Carmi, could you just say that? She loves it. We are looking forward to another year of growth, more community collaborations and support efforts through our Christmas Bureau that now has expanded to include a summer giveaway event. our health project that now has outreach to over 10 organizations, our backpack program and Dress for Success collections, our continued collaboration with the Lions Club to provide eye care services to Baldwinsville students in need. Thank you and congratulations to our volunteers of the year. Thank you all for being here to honor them. And now, this is certainly not least, but very special thank you to Sally Shepard. She is Mike Shepard's mom and has provided all of the amazing desserts that you're going to see. And we often say we are all old enough to have dessert first. So if you'd like to head over there as you're waiting to go get dinner, please do that. You will be equally as impressed as we are. So enjoy dinner. Thank you so much for coming out to honor these special people tonight. And thank you for always supporting the Volunteer Center and volunteerism in this community, which obviously is most important to all of us. I think everybody has made that very clear. Have a great night. Thank you.
And our last order of business before dinner is Stu Levitt is going to come up and give a blessing for us.
If everybody would just bow your heads. Dear Lord, I'm here again in this room filled with masterful volunteers. I'm the least among you, but I'm here to ask you to bless everyone here. Bless these volunteers. They need it because they do way too much and they're tired. But give them strength, they'll get there. I talked with the chef earlier, said the food was really good, but bless him anyway, and them. Bless the bar people, they were handy. And bless you all, because God loves you. Amen.
So we might be a few minutes yet before dinner is ready to be served. So if you want another drink from the bar, like Barb said, we do have some pre-dinner dessert at the hors d'oeuvre table that you can take advantage of, and the staff will come and let your table know when it's time for you to go up to the buffet.